Welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about Dollar General, what you can do if your digital coupons don't work properly or come off your total. And I have a couple things that I wanted to tell you guys, just some information I think you guys should know. So the first thing is Frontier has still not fixed my internet. I will not be doing a matchup video this weekend, just because when I do my matchup videos I like them to be like have a breakdown, and I like to voice it over just so you guys know the deals. I used to watch YouTube and listen to YouTube as I was working, and that's why I do them that way. I don't know how to do that on my phone whatsoever, so I don't know how I would even go about doing that. If they don't get here to fix my internet tomorrow, which is Friday, I will figure out a way to do that. Secondly, the really great thing about paying for internet on my phone is I can upload a video in like 10 minutes, which is insane to me. When I do it from my home internet, it takes like 24 hours, literally sometimes. So I'm a little slow getting my information out to you guys. That's one of the reasons I don't do a lot of haul videos, just because a lot of the times I don't go shopping until later in the week. Typically I seem to do my shopping on Wednesday, and by the time I get that video uploaded, it's already the end of the week and it's too late to go do the deals that I done. So I just do the matchup videos. The third thing that I wanted to tell you guys is just a little bit of background information and why I've been focusing so much on shopping at Dollar General, because I don't think I've ever put this on my YouTube channel, but I've only actually been using paper coupons for about 2 years now. This summer does actually make 2 years for me, and the reason that is I actually shopped at Dollar General exclusively for a very, very long time using digital coupons. And after I had, shopped at Dollar General, I was getting Tide and Gain shampoo, conditioner, things like that, and I had a very big stockpile, and I really paid a very, very low out of pocket. So I was kind of scared to start using paper coupons. One of the things that I've noticed now that I have been using paper coupons and I have a huge stockpile, keep in mind I do sell some of my items, but I still have a pretty large stockpile for myself and my family, that if something happened and I couldn't shop, I would have items for a very long time. But I've noticed that I'm paying more out of pocket, because not only now am I buying, the paper coupons every week, I'm just driving around to different stores, and I've just spent way more money out of pocket than I did when I just exclusively shopped at Dollar General. So on one of my last videos, someone had said that the Tide deal wasn't in their area, and my response was, I didn't know anybody that didn't have that deal in their area, or I wasn't aware. And I'm not saying that that person was wrong. Somebody replied to that comment and said, maybe the digital coupons just didn't come off at the right time, or your cashier had not hit total at the correct time for the digital coupons to come off. And whoever replied that comment, I should have wrote their name down so I could say their name. They were very spot on. That is generally what I've found when people say that their digital coupons didn't come off. There's a few problems that are usually, the problem. It's not that the digital coupons didn't work. It's maybe you or the cashier didn't do the right thing at the right time. So I just wanted to make a really quick video and tell you guys about it. Before we jump into that, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you of course can do that down below. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time I make a video. And if you like the information in this video, give it a thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. Oh, and the other announcement that I want to make, or just let you guys know, is the video after this is going to be a scenario for this weekend. Saturday's 5 off 25. My family and I are going on vacation this weekend, so I'm going to go ahead and post that today or tonight. It'll definitely be up by Friday morning if you guys want to watch out for that. So getting back to Dollar General and why your coupons are not working, generally it is, a problem that you or the cashier, something you guys didn't do. So since I don't know how to write things out and like do a slideshow for you guys, I did write it on this board. I'm going to show the whole board at the end of the video just so you guys can read it. Some people are visual learners. Some people like to read things. So also the next time I go to Dollar General, I'll try if they'll let me, or I'll just kind of turn it on my phone so you guys can see. I'm going to record the transaction of how I put my digitals in and that kind of thing so you guys can see that. But for now, we're just going to talk about it. So, what if my digital coupons do not work? The first thing is, if you're trying to use digital coupons in conjunction with paper coupons, it needs to go in a certain order. Especially if you're using like a 5 off 25 paper coupon that you got on the bottom of your receipt, or just any paper coupons in general. So if you are using paper coupons and you're using like a 3 off 15 or a 5 off 25 paper coupon, you always want to make sure that you are giving that 5 off 25 or 3 off 15 to the cashier before you give them anything else. The same with using digital coupons. If you're putting your phone number in and then you're using paper coupons, you're going to want to make sure that 5 off 25 comes off before any other coupons come off. And the reason that is, of course, is because the $25 is before coupons and before tax. So if you start handing the cashier paper coupons first, you may get your total down below $25, and then that 5 off 25 will not come off. And it doesn't matter if it's a paper or digital. If you've already given the cashier some of your coupons and your total is below $25, they will not come off. So always give the cashier the 5 off 25 or the 3 off 15 first if it's a paper coupon, and if it's a digital coupon, you're going to want to put those coupons in first. So the second thing is, and this is what the girl commented on the video, did the cashier hit total at the right time? So anytime you give the cashier coupons, whether those be digital coupons or paper, the cashier is going to have to hit total after that. So to give you an example, if I'm using if I'm doing a 5 off 25 on Saturday and I'm using digital coupons and paper coupons, how I do my transaction, and this is funny, before I go to the cashier, or when I go to the cashier, I always ask them, are they experienced using digital coupons with paper coupons? And I do that because I've had a few of them like mess up my transaction just because they've never used paper coupons and digital coupons together. So, or they haven't been trained properly or what have you, and it just messes the whole transaction up, and I don't like, obviously redoing it. So I always ask them that. If they don't have experience using paper and digital, I'll kind of walk them through it. Sometimes if you're using paper and digital, they'll like holler for another cashier to come over and do your transaction because they don't feel comfortable doing it, which, is silly, but, hey. So then I will, I always use a digital 5 off 25, of course. I don't really keep up with my receipts good enough to use them, honestly. So then I'll put my phone number in as the cashier is ringing up my items. Then the cashier will hit total after that. And I always like them to hit total because in my experience, if I hand over my paper coupons before they hit total, the coupons don't come off right. So I walk up to the cashier, they're scanning my items, I put my phone number in, they hit total, and it'll get my total down, pretty low, hopefully, and then I hand over all my paper coupons. They will scan those, and then of course they'll have to hit total again, and that is your final subtotal. So anytime you give the cashier coupons, more coupons, whether they be digital or paper, they do have to hit total after they've entered those coupons. So if your coupons don't come off, what can you do? Now, a lot of the things, some of the, I don't know if it's a misconception, I honestly don't know, but a lot of the cashiers in my area will say they get in trouble if they void an item off your transaction. I kind of believe that, and the reason that I do is because so many cashiers have told me that they get in trouble if they void, you know, either your whole transaction or if it's just one item. A lot of the times I have a good relationship with my cashiers, so if something happens and my coupons don't come off, if I ask them to void it, usually they're happy to do that. I don't try to, you know, get them to void 10 transactions in a row, of course. But sometimes, you know, coupons just don't come off, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So that's your option, you know, to ask them to void it. Of course, you don't want to ask them to void a ton because they may or may not get in trouble for that. You know, we really don't know. So if anybody knows the real answer to that, let me know in the comments, please. You can always just go ahead and option number 2 is just go ahead, pay for the items, and return them later. This is something I try to do more often than asking them to void. Now, since I'm pretty experienced at Dollar General now, I don't have a lot of problems where my coupons don't come off, but it does happen occasionally. If they tell me that they get in trouble for voids or anything like that, I will just kindly purchase the items and return them later. I haven't really purchased anything that I had trouble returning later at Dollar General as long as I had the receipt. So if you do intend on returning any items, always make sure you keep up with your receipt. So thirdly, another thing that kind of happens at Dollar General, I have a store in my area that sometimes their machine freezes up and then it just won't take the digital coupons off. All the rest of the stores in my area, they always work fine. I never have any problems. But that one particular store, I already know sometimes when I go in there, my digital coupons are not going to come off. Now, a lot of the couponers in my area, and there are a lot, they don't go to that particular store. So I continue to go there. Even though I know sometimes the coupons just aren't going to come off. But if they don't, I ask them to void it because it's not my fault. Their machine's messed up, right? So just know that. At some stores, their machines just don't work properly. I think they need updated or something. I don't know. And then lastly, sometimes like the Tide deal that we have right now where we're getting the Tide Simply Clean, but it's taking off the Tide and Gain coupon that excludes Simply Clean. That is a case where the coupon is attaching and it's not really supposed to be attaching, I guess. You can't really help that if it's a digital coupon and you put your phone number in, it's going to come off whether you want it to or not. So I don't really consider that coupon misuse. However, it is, sometimes what happens is if the wrong coupon are attaching to the wrong items and just coming off making items free or really, really cheap, a lot of the times when they reset the computers, it will just stop the coupon from working. So in the middle of the day, possibly you could go to Dollar General, purchase your Tide Simply Clean, and it just not come off your account, and Dollar General corporate office has done something to stop it. So that cannot really be helped. What I like to do, if it's something that's just attaching, I will go to the Facebook groups and make sure that people are still purchasing it before I go in the store to purchase it myself. Another thing that I do if I'm unsure of a coupon attaching like that is particularly if I'm doing a 5 off 25 or a big transaction, I will test the item out. Obviously, I have multiple Dollar General accounts, so I'll just waste one account, you know, and go up to the cashier with nothing but that one item just to see if it works before I do a bigger transaction. And at most of my stores, the cashiers, I've never had a problem or, you know, they've never tried to limit how many transactions I do. I, of course, try not to clear the shelves. I try not to hold up the line and things like that. I think as long as you're courteous and nice to the cashier and build a good relationship with that, with the cashier, you won't have any problems as far as doing multiple transactions with multiple accounts. I have heard in some areas they've even went as far as to hang up signs limiting how many accounts you can use, but not in my area. So that's really it, guys. The most important thing is to remember that the cashier needs to always hit total after you've entered your coupons. I've had a few instances where I put my digitals in and I was only buying like maybe 1 or 2 items, and the digital coupons didn't come off because the cashier hit total before my coupons were accepted. And it will always say that there on the credit card machine that your coupons were accepted. So always look for that and just make sure. You can scroll up and down on the little credit card machine and see like almost kind of your receipt and what come off too. So keep that in mind. That's something that I didn't utilize for a long time when I was shopping at Dollar General. So guys, this video is getting incredibly long. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to add, feel free to put those in the comments. Remember, it always helps somebody else out. You guys are really good about answering questions and stuff like that, and I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be a scenario for the 5 off 25. Here, I'm just going to show you guys the dry erase board where I wrote these out. Hopefully you can read it. Oh.